Good afternoon, Macomb Township. Tom Sokol here, your friendly administrator, and we are live in a Macomb Township tradition, Macomb Township Voices tradition. We're connecting residents with the candidates. I'm very excited to have Mr. Jason Robbins, who's candidate for the 59th District state representative position,
Yes.
right? Which covers Shelby Township and Northern Macomb. Thanks so much for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate getting a chance to speak with you and speak with people of Macomb Township and anyone else who's watching this live video right now.
Yeah, we keep the group public, so you can share it.
Okay,
I'll send you
wonderful.
the clip so you can do it as you want with it, but I absolutely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, so we'll kick things off today. Maybe you could give us a brief bio or background that you could share with the residents.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. So I am running for the first time for any office. I am not a career politician. I have no aspirations to pursue a long-term political career. I have some goals that I want to achieve, which are going to help people that have had similar experiences to my own as far as the various struggles that a lot of us face financially with medical insurance and medical care, things about making sure our kids are have good community, things of that nature, and basically just using my experience in volunteer work, nonprofit work, and not being in the elite circles to help represent and shape policy positions that help those of us who aren't at the top.
Yeah. And we appreciate you sharing those goals and aspirations. Is there anything else a little bit more about career-wise or volunteer-wise that you want to share with the residents, just to give them a little bit better idea about some of your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I do nonprofit work for a group called Michigan Stage, and what we do is we go into schools and we work with kids. I primarily work with middle school and junior high students, but we work with students of all ages, and we use social and emotional, we reach for social and emotional learning outcomes through theater, improvisation, things like that, and building that community and that confidence that kids need, as well as I am part of Rotary Club. So I do...
Which chapter?
We are part of a passport club that is forming. So right now we should be chartering officially by next month.
Great.
So I've done work with the West Bloomfield, with the Troy, stuff with like World Medical Relief.
Wow.
Things like that. So volunteer work through them. A while back, I've worked with a place called Autistic Play Place over, it was on Mound at the time when I volunteered there a while back. And I'm autistic myself, so I wanted to volunteer within that community and just help kids get some of the social experience.
Yeah, that's a great cause.
Yeah, it's very helpful. So things of that nature. And then as far as my experience with my own passions, I do a lot of performing arts, theater, and again, very involved in the community. So I get to meet a lot of people and hear what their experiences are. So a lot of them mirror my own struggles, so I can understand when I get to Lansing which things need to be prioritized. And that's great. I think we need to have people of all backgrounds, because we need some business people in there to handle some of the business legislation and be able to advocate for that. We need people that are... I spent most of my adult life living in poverty. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to apply for SNAP benefits. I know what it's like to have to ration whether you're going to pay for certain medication 1 month or not, and calling the insurance companies to try and get them to cover a service that your doctor says you need, and going all of that. And I want to advocate for people who have those kinds of experiences, and I think that's what I bring to the table with my background.
I really respect your resilience.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think it'd also be helpful if maybe you cover some of your priorities that you want to focus on as you move forward.
Yeah, great. So, as I said, I've seen a lot of people struggle with healthcare, and so there is a MyCare proposal. It's MyCare legislation that has been introduced already, and one of my top priorities is working with that legislation to get it passed and get healthcare to everybody. There's already a financial plan, a way to fund it. It's already figured out, and we just need the votes to get it through. And Michigan can have healthcare. That takes a lot of the burden off of businesses. It takes the burden off of people who just can't afford insurance, because I think everyone has value, even if you aren't in the workforce. That should not determine whether you can get health care or not. Okay. So everyone is deserving of being taken care of. You shouldn't get sick and suffer because you can't afford it. There are ways that we can take care of each other. And I am a people over profits, a service over self type of person, and those are my, that's one of my big priorities. Another, no data centers. I am very anti-data center.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know there are some Democrats in power right now who are pushing for data centers, and there are a lot of us who are running right now trying to get in there to stop this.
That's great.
So
I think that resonates in your district.
Absolutely.
Yeah. On both sides of the aisle.
Exactly. That's when I've been out talking to people, I found that there are a lot of my positions which Republicans have said, I voted Republican my whole life. You have my vote.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And so what are your biggest concerns around the data centers?
First of all, it's there are the health concerns, obviously, because of our environment being damaged by them.
Okay.
The other major issue for me is the corruption that it's breeding.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of money that's our tax dollars are being spent to subsidize these data centers when they could be going to Michigan businesses.
I like it.
Yeah, we need to take care of Michigan with Michigan tax dollars. So
that's reasonable.
That's one of the problems with data centers. There's a list, but I'm trying to keep it short.
Yeah, sure. Any other priorities you want to let the residents know about that? Yeah.
Sure. I'm also for term limits.
Okay.
So I have taken a term limit pledge. Also, reproductive freedom. I do think that people should have control over their reproductive health, and that is an individual choice, not one that we need to be interfering with. So people can make their own choice in that. So I am for that. And those are a couple more of my priorities.
That's solid. Yeah. What main takeaway do you want to leave the residents with today?
Sure.
And when you leave them with that, also, how can they follow you or stay in touch with you?
Okay, great. Well, the way to stay in touch with me is on Facebook. I'm running a very unorthodox campaign.
Okay.
I'm not taking any money. This is a donation-free campaign. I want money out of politics, and the best way to demonstrate that is to not accept money. Yeah. I have been offered donations, and I have declined them. Some people that are in this industry and in politics look at me funny and say, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But I believe getting on the ground and talking to people, that doesn't cost campaign donations. I don't need campaign donations to go to people's doors and have conversations. And to come on shows like this, I can actually speak to people. No fault for people who are doing that. I know a lot of people are running campaign with donations. Most people are. Mm-hmm. It's just, I have to live with the decisions I make, and I would rather you spend your money on things you need, take care of yourself, your family, your loved ones. I don't need it. I will run my campaign with the with the values that I am wishing we would see in our political space.
Yeah.
And then the other main takeaway is I am like you. I have the same struggles. I've faced financial hardships. I've raised my kids into adults on poverty wages the entire time. And I have a perspective that we need in Lansing for our legislation to represent people like us. We have enough business people. We have people with that knowledge in there. Let's get people in Lansing who understand the struggles of the rest of us. Mm-hmm. And you can get in contact with me on Facebook. So you can look me up, Jason Robbins, and that is where I'm at. That's the main way to get in touch with me. You can also find pages on me on things like Ballotpedia and I'm out there on the internet under Jason Robbins. You can look up District 59 and find information about me.
Well, go ahead and check out Jason Robbins for State Representative District 59. Yeah. I appreciate you sharing the perspectives that you did today with the residents, and I think there's residents that will identify, and I think some of those concepts will resonate. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that today. Great job, and thanks for coming on.
Great. Thank you so much for giving me time to speak.
Absolutely. Everybody running. I respect them for taking that jump, taking that leap, put themselves out there, So, everybody running in our area that covers Macomb Township, I believe deserves that respect and that opportunity to be heard by everybody. And, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate the residents, watching. And, I really hope there's something for everybody.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
For sure. Thanks, Macomb. Appreciate
you. Thank you. Bye.